Self-discovery is not a luxury for Africa, it is survival. A continent cannot rise on borrowed mirrors. A people cannot heal while searching for themselves in the eyes of those who never understood their worth. The future begins the moment Africa stops asking permission to know itself. For generations, Africa was told its story by voices that never lived its pain. Maps were drawn without its consent. Borders were carved without its blessing. Resources were taken without its benefit. And even today, many communities still feel the weight of decisions made far beyond their shores. But beneath all of that, something deeper has always remained. A pulse, a memory, a truth older than every empire that touched the continent. Across history, global powers built systems that extracted from Africa while giving little in return. These systems were not accidents. They were designed to keep Africa dependent, divided, and distracted, not through open hostility, but through structures that favored outside interest over African development. Trade rules, debt cycles, resource contracts, all shaped in ways that rarely centered African prosperity. This is not about blaming individuals. It is about recognizing patterns that shape the world we live in. Many African economies still rely heavily on exporting raw materials while importing finished goods, a structure that limits long-term growth. Several countries continue to face debt burdens that restrict investment in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Global supply chains often profit more from African resources than the communities where those resources originate. External influence still plays a role in shaping political and economic decisions across the continent. These are not opinions. They are documented realities discussed by economists, historians, and development experts. But Africa is not defined by what was done to it. Africa must claim it. The world will not prioritize African unity. Africa must build it. The world will not define Africa's future. Africa must write it. The question is not whether others care. The question is whether Africa cares enough about itself to rise beyond every limitation placed upon it. A continent that knows itself cannot be controlled. A people who stand together cannot be ignored. And in Africa, that unites becomes unstoppable.